Welcome to the ProMotion Studio. Today we're joined by Kevin Mahoney. What's going on, man?
Hey Josh, thanks so much for having me. This is awesome. What a great day. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot for coming by. So tell me a little bit about yourself, how you started playing, and how you came to be playing around here in Knoxville.
Yeah, so I've been playing pretty much all my life. I started out as a drummer way back when. Guitar got into my hands and I was bitten. So I played up in New York quite a bit and really had an opportunity to come down here to Knoxville and really just phenomenal community down here, and I'm very, very thankful from all the lifelong friends that I met and that I continue to play with.
So what were you doing in New York when you started playing?
Different bars and coffee houses. I would get together with a couple of bands. I did some solo stuff. I was in some bands, and then after a little while, the solo bug got me, and I started doing that, and then just it opened me up to being collaborative with a lot of other people. So I took that and came down here and pretty much did the same thing.
So was it a job opportunity that brought you to Knoxville?
That's correct, yeah. So it brought me down here, and really I'm thankful in so many ways that I'm down here. I miss a lot of people up there, but through social media and anytime that I go back and visit, I'm lucky enough that we always get together and do a little playing up there as well. So.
You know, it's strange because it seems like the North and the South, particularly between like New York, Nashville, and even Knoxville to a degree, has kind of a musical connection because there's a real love of like bluegrass and Americana in New York as well.
There is, and I grew up. I was a Southern rocker, so you think about that. Well, I come down here and people cannot believe that I know as much as I do about all the Southern rock.
Right.
So, and I still play, and so I'm very, very. I'm very happy about that. But you're right. I mean, I grew up going to concerts of, Charlie Daniels and Marshall Tucker and the Outlaws, and I just miss Skinner, the original band, but I've seen them so many times, after that, and so yeah, very, very good. I grew up in those roots.
Yeah, it's a weird musical connection.
It is.
Does that kind of influence your songwriting at all?
Yeah, so I do. It's what it taught me was being very simple, yet doing different inversions on different chords and just expanding up and down the neck. So it's more of a rocker type of feel. It's much more folk rock than it is on the traditional singer-songwriter finger-picking stuff. I do have a couple of songs like that that'll be coming out on the new CD, but for the most part, I'm a strummer. I'm a strummer, and I try to rock, and I try to give you a different alternative playing out.
Right on. And you mentioned the new CD. You have one CD out so far, correct?
Yeah. So I have one that I've really put out there. I have other ones in the past that were really a stepping stone, and I used that to kind of get an education in the studio.
Yeah.
About recording.
Process.
Yeah. And using it as asking a ton of questions and finding out different settings and everything. But the last one and this one, I think, are two that I'm very, very happy about. I think you can see so far the people who've heard it definitely saw a progression in some of the songwriting and playing.
So how many songs are you expecting to put on the next album?
It's going to be between 6 and 10 right now, and I'm pretty happy about how it's coming out. The recording process is great. The way the guitars are microphoned, it's good. It's gonna be. I think it's good. I hope everybody else does.
That's always the kind of the question. It's just like, man, I think this sounds great. I hope everybody else does too.
I hear you.
So when you're writing, is there like a kind of particular tone you like to set? Is there like a time, day, place that you like to write?
No, that's a great question. But no, whenever the inspiration finds me, I'm lucky enough to have a little studio up in my house, and I get to go up there, hit one button, and everything pops on, and I get to go up there and kind of create. So sometimes it's a really good avenue for me to just either play, write, come up with a different rhythm. I tend to do music first, and then it inspires me for melody line, and then I take it from there. So it's no real big hidden secret. I just like to get up there, and sometimes a mistake can turn into a pretty decent song.
And you mentioned you like to play with a lot of other people. You like to do co-writes and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I've done a lot of that, especially down here. I've done it up in New York a little bit as well. And that's the whole band thing, too. It's like you can bring something to the table and they bring something. Right now when I play out, it's a really good setting that, we play on each other's leads. We play, on each other's songs, whether it's a lead or a harmony, anything like that. So it's really good sharing that. And again, that says a lot for the community down here. They really embrace me, and I am so thankful for it ever since I've been down here.
It's it's a really embracing community because they see anybody who's putting in, hard work and, has a original kind of thing that they're trying to do. If you're just writing your songs, trying to express them, it's hard not to find a following around here and find some people who are going to be an advocate for you, particularly in the artists, because it's, I don't know if it's the proximity to Nashville or something like that, because it's more communal here. Like, there's much more of a community support system here than it feels like there is in Nashville.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I think the one thing that I've really appreciated being out here is that, you can go to any place, and I mean that, the things that are hidden away, and you can get up there and play a couple of songs, and when you come off, you'd be like, wow, that was a lot of fun, thanks for having me up. And I did that one night, and I played, and somebody was like, yeah, it sounded pretty good. Do you know who you were playing with? And I was like, no. And it was like the keyboard player from Charlie Pride's band, and
wow.
A slide guitar that played with Dolly Parton, and I just got up there, did a couple songs, and had fun, and
that's another thing around here. You never know who you might run into.
So
some of those jams.
And it was mind blowing, and again, I think that adds to that. People live here. People are just very they're nice about it. They're just come on up and be a part, and I with some of my friends we try to do the same thing. You're like, yeah, go ahead, play lead, sing, whatever. We trust you. Go ahead, whatever you feel.
Yeah, that open mic scene and just the jam session scene is really incredible. When they're just doing like a session in the round or something like that is real cool, and you never know who you might be playing with.
You never do. Same thing, like I was in Nashville and I played one time at Bobby's Idol Hour, and somebody got up and as I was playing and started playing lead, and I was like, that is the biggest kick for me, is to have somebody else just come on up and play lead and feel that at that moment I can add to somebody else's song.
Yeah.
And for them to come up and do that on my song, totally blown away. And again, it was just so many fortunate things have happened since I've been here, or actually since I played even up in New York. So really, really good. I'm very happy.
Awesome. So the new album, when are you expecting that out?
So it should be out, but I think we're planning on a July kickoff, so sometime in July.
Okay, fantastic. Where can people find it?
So you're going to find it on KevinMahoneyMusic.com. There's all kinds of social media. We'll be definitely, through promotion, pumping it out there. So look for it, and I'm going to be very excited about it, and I'm very excited about hearing how you guys like it.
Thanks a lot, man. And don't forget to like and subscribe down below. That way you don't miss another ProMotion Live session.